So this used to be healthy marsh and cypress forest, but now it's the Mississippi River Gulf Outlet, or MRGO. It was a shipping channel dug by the Army Corps of Engineers in the mid-60s to give ships a shortcut to the port of New Orleans. It's been an abysmal failure as a shipping channel. Ships hardly ever use it. But it's been absolutely terrific when it comes to destroying wetlands. Thanks to the saltwater intrusion and the erosion of its banks, it's now about 3 times as wide as it used to be, and it's directly destroyed about 30,000 acres of wetlands while kind of screwing up another 600,000. Now, those are wetlands that used to provide storm protection for the city of New Orleans through Mother Nature's way as opposed to the levees that failed.
Storm surge flows faster through open water than over the marsh. So 2 things happened. You had more open water, that means less friction, so more storm surge can go faster. That's exactly what is happening right now. Where are you seeing these new armorings, that concretes and stones and placed there in both sides of the gate? Both places we had wing wall failure and levee breach. And breach was so bad that the water from this channel actually created a 50 feet deep channel that rushed water into St. Bernard as well as lower 9/3 area.
Basically, from this levee all the way to the distant tree line several miles away was once a vast cypress forest. When they dug the MRGO, it allowed saltwater intrusion in it, and it killed the remaining trees and has prevented the cypress from regrowing. There's a pretty good consensus now that the cypress trees in particular, which is what we had here, are probably the best type of wetlands to buffer storm surge.
Now that the Army Corps of Engineers in the state of Louisiana are thinking about building levees sort of, all the way across the state, and what are the sort of lessons that you can learn from what happens when you cut cypress and marsh off from their natural hydrology?
Louisiana's wetlands, virtually all of those wetlands are part of a very large estuary, and they're dependent on having a gradient of saltwater to freshwater. Levees, large channels like the MRGO, they interrupt that natural gradient, and in this case put much higher salinity in an area that should be fresh, and the vegetation cannot withstand that high salinity, so the vegetation dies. You know, the new alignments they're looking at, some of those in fact probably are going to recreate some of the problems we've had in the past. There's a lot of very good arguments, we think, to have levees, but have the levees further back where the people are, and put the wetlands or leave the wetlands in front of the levees.